Hello students, I am Hasmithara from GK Jain School. Today we are going to see the 12th standard economics 8th chapter which deals with international economics organization. In our previous classes, in our previous chapters, we have seen the various internal part of economics. What is economics? What is the various verifications of economics? How this is going to affect the internal body of our country. This is what we have learned till now. In today's class, from the next few sessions, we'll deal with international trade, international economics. We are going to see LPG, liberalization, privatization, globalization, how it has an impact on our economic policies. This is what we are going to see today. See. Before we go to the International Economics Organization, first we have to understand the international economics. As we have seen in our previous classes, international economics is those economics where you talk about the buying and selling of any kind of exchange between the two or more countries. For example, you want to get the petroleum product from the Gulf countries. Now, India and Gulf are signing the contract. India and Gulf countries are becoming the mutual friend because of giving the effect to this exchange. This type of trade, if happens between the two countries, this is what we call as international economics. Here, the economics is not dealing with the one individual. It's not dealing about the whole country. It deals about the entire world. Because at least two countries are there to give the effect to the international exchange. Clear? Now, what was the reason? Two countries was there, yaar. I am an India representing, one person US representing. Both are there, they can do the business. They can give the effect to the exchange. What was the necessary to have the International Economic Organization? Why? The simple question answer is, if there is an institution, if there is an organization, if there is a people who can control it, the affair of the business, what happened? There will be a no misunderstanding. The policy frames will be good. The entire attire of the business will be controlled. For example, you all are the school students, right? You all can study by your own, or the teacher can come to you and one day teach you the entire books. You can read it, not a big issue. Why you come to the school? So that along with the learning the syllabus, you will learn the policy of life. You will learn the discipline. You will know how to become a leader. You will understand the various other aspects. Someone will be there to force you, to guide you, to make you understand that what is the education is all about. In the same way, two countries are there, they can go for the exchange, they can do the trading in a peaceful manner. But if the authority is there, they can guide. If anyone cheats, means this authority will come and save you. You are the two students are there in this class, both are fighting. Now, if there is no school, to whom you will complain? If the school is there, you can complain to your teacher, to your HM, to the management. What happened? They will come and save you. This is what the condition for the International Economics Organization. So anything happens wrong in the international trade, in the export, import, or another trade it may be, these bodies will come forward and save you. Let's see the introduction. When trade takes places between the various countries, the developed countries always gets gain. Whenever the trade is happening, whenever the trade takes place, what happens? Whoever are the developed country, whichever country is the developed one, like US, like Japan, like Russia, they are getting the more benefit. And LDC, what is LDC? Lower developed country. Lower developed country suffers a lot in the various fields. When the international trade happens, what happened? Whoever are the developed country, for example USA, for example Russia, for example Japan, All these countries are getting the benefits. But the lower developed countries or the developing countries, they are not getting the benefits. They are getting a lot of issues like the exchange rate issue, export-import problems, many issues are there. So, plus Great Depression, during the Great Depression of 1930, when happened it is 1930, and after that 1939 to 1945, the Second World War. During this time, the entire world economy was in huge trouble. The entire economics was in huge trouble. The entire economics was collapsed because of the various reasons. In the war, the property got damaged. In the war, the lives gone. In the war, business was over. Now the people does not have money. Even the countries like US and UK, if you have studied the history, you could have learned that even the countries like UK, America, Russia, they were feeling, they were having a lot of economic troubles. So we learned that because of these reasons also, what happened? The various situation arises in the first reason why we have established the International Economics Organization. First reason was the developed country alone getting all the benefits. The lower developed countries not getting the benefits. Point number 2. During the Great Depression of 1930, huge economic troubles in the entire world, and after the Second World War, from the 1939 to 1945, the entire world went into the sink because of the lot of economic troubles. And the various policies of the economics was very much in a stake. We needed few people. We needed an organization. We needed the people who can save us from this trouble. For example, you all are students. Some trouble happened, any problem has happened. What happened? You need someone. For example, you need your class teacher or any other teacher that will save you from the trouble. Right? In the same way, when the entire world was facing the Great Depression, entire world was facing the economic troubles, entire world was having the issue in the trading, the export, import, international business was so much collapsed. In such situation, they came up the idea with the economics organization. So they wanted to set up few organization which will control the entire activity of the international trade. How the trade will take place, how the other aspect will take place, all this thing will be controlled by this. Trade between India and China, what should be done? This organization will tell. This country is not following the rules. Okay, this country will come and intervene. So, to focus and to give the entire new atmosphere to the international trade, this International Economics Organization was set up. Totally, many organizations were set up, but the famous one was all these three. IMF, International Monetary Fund, World Bank, and World Trade Organization, WTO. These three institutions were set up in the same year, 1945, 1945, 1945, so that they can control the entire activities of the international trade. The policy, the procedures, the payment rule, the export rule, import rule. If anyone is not accepting the policies of international trade, what can be done? All these policies will be framed by these people, these institutions. What were the organizations there? International Monetary Fund, World Bank, and World Trade Organization. Let's see the headquarters where it's located. Washington DC and Geneva. IMF and World Bank located at Washington DC, and WTO, World Trade Organization, located at Geneva. All started in the same year, 1945, immediately after the Second World War. What is the impact of all these? This is what this chapter deals with. These are the various economics organizations. These are the international economics organization which was set up to control, to promote, to make the give an effect to the various international issues. Clear? Now, we are moving towards the first thing, IMF. Okay, we understood that many organizations were set up, many institutions were set up. What the work they have done? Let's see. First one was IMF, International Monetary Fund. The basic rule, the basic need, the reason why IMF was created was only two reasons: to promote and to protect the economic and financial structure of international trade. For what purpose? To protect the financial and economical structure, to promote the financial and economical policies. Only two reasons. That's what the meaning says, that the purpose of IMF is to have secure and promote economics and financial cooperation among members countries. It's an organization. IMF is an organization. For example, at present we have 189 countries in IMF. How many countries we have? 189 countries members. All these 189 countries should cooperate with the various policies. See, if we do this kind of organization way, if we follow this policy, there will be a benefit to these countries. Now, the countries involved in this should say yes, okay. Because the main function, because the main reason why we have IMF, to promote and to protect the economics and financial cooperation. The economics policy, the financial policies of the countries will be protected, will be promoted, whoever are the members. Now, India, China, Pakistan, Sri Lanka, Bangladesh, Afghanistan, Nepal, all our neighbor countries are the members of IMF. Now, IMF is coming up with the idea, see, if we follow this kind of export and import rule, this will be very benefit to all the Asian countries, especially the Indian continent countries. What will happen? All these countries, China, China, Sri Lanka, Pakistan, Afghanistan, Bangladesh, India, all should agree with this, because we in the IMF, International Monetary Fund, we deals with to promotion and the protection of your economic and financial structure. Whoever are the members of these countries should what? They should focusly accept the principle of understanding there is a cooperation. So the economics and financial growth can be seen. Very simple to understand here. See, secure and to promote the economics and financial problem. All the economics and financial issues, they will first secure it, and the next they will promote it. This is why the IMF was set up. Let's see.
Subscribe now and press the bell icon. Never miss an update.